With you I don't ever feel calm. I can feel the sweat inside my palms. Play with me like cats and a string. You don't understand the pain it brings. You don't ever wanna give me wings. You don't ever wanna set me free. You know I'm addicted to you, and it's twisted, you've been gifted with the evil voodoo. Got me coming back for more, even when I've been screwed. Dolls full of pins, pierce my heart straight through. I got issues in my head, I like you in my bed, but you keep me on red. Oh, everything is like a test, I better not text or I'll come off desperate.
But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, baby you'll get sick of being the monster out of my head, under my bed, thinking something out of my nightmares, standing right there. But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, then will you get bored of killing?
So if I play dead, will you regret everything that you did, that you said? I don't think you understand what you're doing, and my heart's black and blue from the bruising. I feel like when I'm with you I'm losing. I feel like you think that this amusing, sitting there gaslighting and confusing. Was it me? Is it me? Am I deluded? I'm the one who's always sorry, the conclusion, even though I offer all of the solutions. I wish you loved me like I love you, it's stupid. When I'm alone with you I never feel lucid. I wish I wasn't struck by Cupid. I wish when I first saw you I knew this. When I'm with you I feel so useless, I feel diluted, my heart's been wounded. Silhouettes of you are like a taunt, never really know just what you want. With you I don't ever feel calm, I can feel the sweat inside my palms. Play with me like cats and a string. You don't understand the pain it brings. You don't ever wanna give me wings. You don't ever wanna set me free.
But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, baby you'll get sick of being the monster out of my head, under my bed, thinking something out of my nightmares, standing right there. But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, then will you get bored of killing me? And 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 will you get bored of killing me?
I'm sorry, I couldn't get the binoculars out in time.
Look, well, let's not stand on ceremony, mate. Let's start the show.
What is going on? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy 8Bit79. We are back at y'all with a brand new video, man. Let's go ahead and get the game pulled up right quick. Make sure all my plugins are functioning properly. And yeah, let's get it. Let's get that background audio pumping for you guys. All right, how y'all been? We did a GBR, I think, earlier today. No, we didn't. Okay, we did that before reset. All right. So you know we got to get this initial run out of the way. We'll talk more about the title and the thumbnail and all of that jazz here in just a second. They invite some of the bros in. But how y'all been, man? I see a couple of y'all and I already fell in here. Welcome back, welcome back. Let's see here. Yeah. All right. Well, I guess we'll get a couple of randos in here. We'll shoot the invite one more time just to see who pops up. And we can talk about the title and the thumbnail just a little bit. So, with not that many characters left in the game that are interesting as far as tier 4 that are 800 CCF, because that's the only characters that discount applies to. We'll go ahead and get some randos in here so we can crank this up, so we just ain't sitting. But yeah, the only yeah, they look like they need a carry too. Let me bring my Storm. Oh, you know what? We'll bring this guy. Bro, I got you on the carry, so just ready up. They come in and don't see 3 people and go, oh, I can't beat it. And I'm about to kick Charles Blanco. I really hate to do that, but I think people are recognizing this guy, and they're getting out of his way. So yeah, be ready to ready up when you fall in these rooms, man. Number 1 rule of advice. It's not one of those game modes where you can put it on quick match and lay your phone down. I mean, kind of, but there's no guarantee you're gonna one shot in under a minute. Or there's no guarantee that you'll be paired with either a player or a combination of players that are capable of one-shotting Galactus in under a minute. And I think it kicks you in much less time than a minute. I think it's like 15 seconds or some shit like that. Oh, wow. I spent that tier 4, but we're halfway on our way to the next one. So, really not tripping. And we're doing the bulk of the carry anyway. So we'll see if we can't blitz this guy. Already give us some good old All Might. Good old one file. I know that's not what it says, but yeah. Yeah, because he still has to pull him back. Yeah. So we can get through the rotation, or at least most of it, get the cooldown, and be in position for our next tier 4 relatively quickly, so we can burn some of these bars. Okay, yeah, this is definitely it right here. Dude said, how about a rematch later? That's either JBud0322 or Anri1. I didn't think I was gonna need a pen, and it turns out I do. So let me write these guys there. Yeah, I know I'm old school. I still write. Like with my hand and a utensil and paper. Yeah. Got the Double Dono event going on, so make sure y'all avail yourselves of that. As far as this guy goes, I'm quite sure yeah, I'm quite sure I got some people I can kick. Yo, Miles Lit been away for almost 30 days, bro. And see, I'm gonna wind up removing him because he's taking up space. From people that are logging in regularly. And then he's gonna come back, hey, can you add me, bro? He does that shit every time, my guy. And it's like, dude, yeah, but, you know, gotta play the game. Cannot send friend requests. So yeah. I tried, my guy. For both of y'all. So you don't have any room. So I don't know who said that, but whoever said it, yeah. I actually am down for running another one, but you know, need room on your friends list, bro. Otherwise, it's a random queue. At 11 hours before I lose that Titan record. I suppose I need to go to the Shield archive. Okay, Odin Blessing. No, one of these joints was Titan Records. So that would be like half my books. And then I would still have to farm that. If I was closer with the World Boss Gore stuff, I might do that one, but I could spend that and still be sitting there. Takes 3 of them to make 1 of them. Great. I'm looking for the ones that's gonna take. That's a P card. I'm looking for the ones that'll take books. CTP Insight. There we go. Couple of combat records. Shit. Inbox. Wait a minute, were those Vishanti books? They were. Okay. So let's not do that again. Might as well now, right? So I don't think any of those. Well, that was a huge mistake. I don't think any of those use. Not the Shield Academy. Yeah, it was that fucker. Yeah, I don't think any of them use regular books. I think they're all books of Ashanti. Yeah. Which means I'm gonna lose Titan Records at some point. They'll just become an obsolete thing for me. So yeah. Which I mean, I'm fine with that, but you know, it sucks that they'll just still be sitting there taking up space with nothing to do with them. So let me see if I can find ourselves a combat tier 3. Honestly, I don't have that many more. Well, I do have a few. Well, no, not a combat tier 3, but any other tier 3. Well, any tier 3. Doesn't have to be combat. Yeah, because he's not either. Surprised none of the Novas are tier 3. Thought one of these cats down here was. Huh. Wait a minute, did I favorite them all? Is that what I did the last time? I may have. Yeah. Yeah, that's where they all are. Okay. I was like, shit, certain characters are fucking missing. Some of them are newer, and I know they're tier 3. So who should I tier 3? I guess is the best question. Good old MODOK. Oh, Molecule Man. Yeah, that's an easy one. Is it anybody's gears that I've already worked on? Yeah, okay. So let's pull the trigger on this guy. Nice if he ever gets good. If he ever becomes more than just the leadership, so. Not a bad choice in that regard. And then speaking of this thing, speaking of tiers, so I was thinking, right? Yo, DJ, what's going on? Welcome back. Did I see the sneak peek? No, they dropped one finally. So I'm glad I didn't get into everything that I was gonna talk about and shit. We can go over and check that out then. But yeah, there's not a lot of characters left in terms of good, solid, relevant tier 4s. I mean, there are a few that I don't have, of course. Hela, Cyclops as a DPS, Kingpin. I could use it on that guy. I could also use it on Miles or Gwenpool. But in terms of just saving this thing to see like who else they add, only the 800 CCF characters does this apply to. So my question is, with as many tier 4s as there are in the game right now, who's really left to, you know, hold out and save this thing for, right? And even if the character later on gets good and gets a uniform, there's no way kind of foreseeing that unless you decide to just hold on to one of these or two of these, like, until that one character comes across. As far as my favorites, I'm pretty solid there, except for maybe like Nightcrawler. So, I mean, there are a lot of favorites that I do have that just have never become good. So, yeah, I started asking myself, who am I really holding on to this thing for? And then a few interesting characters come to mind. Juggernaut, for one, would be an interesting pickup. I know he's built for PvP. Specifically, this guy at tier 4 would also be another interesting pickup. Agent Venom for timeline and things like that. And the problem with Juggernaut, of course, is the penetration and not being really able to put a CTP of destruction on him and still make him viable hurts his value a lot. So, you know, there is that trade-off of having to wait for your awakened skill and all that. Like, that was such a dumb decision, but you know, that's kind of where we are. Doc Voodoo, I think, gets slept on a lot. He would make an excellent tier 4 support for me. So, you know, not slept on that guy right there at all. Similarly, for PvP, I can do the zombies team up and do either one or both Weapon Hex and Captain America and get them out of the way as a duo. That would add to the value of my PvP roster, but it's not like you're getting an undead passive. You're really just getting like an additional 7 seconds on top of when you get clapped. So it's not sort of the same value, really. Because once you get zeroed out for Cap or for Weapon Hex, when they're on the same team together, you wind up creating a situation where you have to get the kill and you have X amount of seconds to do it. So while the zombies team is strong, you know, that's kind of the hiccup there. Could use it on Sue, Invisible Woman, or Johnny. Either one of them would definitely be worthy. Candidates at this point for my roster, but I kind of want to build up a little more for PvE and solidify that side of things for me. Let's go ahead and get the sneak peek pulled up, and while I'm doing that, I'll crank it over here to some Multiverse Invasion. And I'll get the sneak peek pulled up and we can go check it out. Let's see. Let's go to the tube. Oh, wrong tube. Not that tube. I'm my content creator page. I don't want to do nothing with that. That's the best way to kill the game audio. Okay. We're gonna do that and that. And then let's see, this thing is 43 seconds long. So might be a bit of cinema. We'll see. Is that Gorgon? Or is that Hercules? Zeus? Okay, so now we know the theme of the here, we'll do this. Okay, we gotta go to yeah, definitely Hercules. I don't know the rest of this guy. I definitely don't know the bald head guy right there. So maybe y'all can help me out. But I mean, I don't know. Let's go see. Here, we'll put the music back on. We'll put the music back on. Yeah, I'm not really Olympians in MFF. Yeah. Yeah, Hercules finally. I mean, I knew a lot of the community was going to be happy about it because they've been asking for it for so long. So, yeah. Cicero. I mean, I will say this: it's all new characters, and nobody said they saw this coming. You know what I mean? So there is that. There is definitely that. Let's get the game back going. Yeah, nobody really said they saw any of this coming. You know, I was more on the Squadron Supreme side because I figured, you know, maybe they'll lean into the route that they have in the past of more so. Now, how lazy is this, bros? Oh, there it goes. I was finna say, hey, MFF, y'all gotta clean your shit up now. Maybe it was just my internet being fucking slow. Hope to see Gore and Jane Foster as the mid-month. Kratos likes it. Zeus. Can top me. Yeah. Who are these? Yeah, that's kind of where I was at. You know what I mean? It's like, I know Olympians exist in Marvel. Don't get me wrong. For me, it's not really like, oh, it's like, okay. Never really got into those runs or anything like that. So, but that being said, for the player base that has been waiting for this, congrats, bro. And I hope they are fucking awesome. I hope they're meta. Hercules, Zeus, Hades, Athena, and Hera. So that's who. So that's who all of this is. Oh, this is such poor quality. But we'll just do this right quick. So, Zeus, let's say Athena, Hera, I'm assuming, or Athena and Hera, more than likely. And then Hades and Hercules right there. I don't see anything as far as a tier 4 sneak peek, but yeah. And the whole area that they're in looks like an in-game model and it looks new. So maybe, well, this definitely is going to come with some new stages because it's an epic quest. But maybe it comes with a new game mode aside from just the epic quest. Or maybe the epic quest has some replay value to it. That would be absolutely amazing. This guy, where's the Agatha All Along update? We get 5 brand new characters. He's asking, and from the looks of it, it's only those 5. So maybe they go the route of Doc Strange and it's completely free to play, considering the last couple of epic quests cost so freaking much. That would be dope. If they did that, I don't think it's gonna happen. I think that's a long shot at best. Even though I want Squadron Supreme, I'm happy to see Olympians. Athena, yeah, I mean, that's kind of where I'm at. You know what I mean? Definitely that. Okay. Let's go back to the game so I can check this out. Unfettered, because sometimes there be some bullshit in there. Like a lot of sentiment is like, whoa, about time, happy as fuck type of, you know what I mean? So loving it, loving to see the enthusiasm in the community for a change. Man, absolutely dope. Let's go over to the we'll leave that up. Let's go over to the forum. And as a matter of fact, we didn't even do that. But yeah, it says right here at the top, the immortals of Olympians have assembled. So really, really basic. Maybe that's why we didn't do it, because we're used to seeing like a little bit of, you know, maybe a mini snippet paragraphs, you know, 2, maybe 3 sentences, but just like not even a whole sentence, like the middle of of a freaking statement is absolutely busted to me and shows a lot actually. So it's like, I can't think of nothing to be creative for this shit. Let's see. I get like that sometimes, so I totally get it. This CM fragment of Marvel Future Fight. Agents, transcendent beings from across dimensions have arrived. Meet the powerful gods of Olympus and a hero worshipped for ages who possesses immense strength and authority. Immortals of Olympus. The goddess of wisdom, the goddess of love and beauty, the ruler of the underworld, the strongest hero, and the king of gods will finally arrive. Prepare for changes brought by the overwhelming power of these 5 noble beings who once shook Olympus. We will provide more information through the update details. So this is a one-shot sneak peek. So no more characters, just these 5, which is a lot, honestly, these days, in an update. So not knocking it, 5 and 5 brand new characters. You know, it's not like one character, maybe 2 in a uniform, which, you know, 2 characters is really rare these days. But to get 5 brand new spanking, hopefully none of them are trapped at tier 2. Exodus. Hopefully we don't get that. You know. Cause that would be like,
that's like calling 1-800 collect an ass whooping. And no, that ain't no toll-free call, partner.
so yeah. That is exactly what that would be. So hopefully they don't pull that one. And hopefully they keep it static and keep it a buck. You know what I mean? Keep it crispy. I'm gonna let Doom get out there and cut up, just cause he don't get a chance to cut up that much. Oh, that was nice. And I might let Voodoo get him some out there. Man, I'm loving being able to play the in-game music. Because the revamp is lovely. Hopefully they'll add another track or two with this update. And, you know, hopefully they'll do something as far as with Luna. And make, you know, adjustments to her to make it to where you want to use her leadership, because she's got some pretty cool background music. As it stands, you'd only use it in something like story mode, story fragment farming, some shit like that, where it really doesn't matter that much. But yeah. But yeah, I don't think anybody really saw this coming. You know what I mean? I heard a lot of ideas floated. I don't think I heard the Olympians, you know what I mean? But I don't think anybody was really like, yeah, they're gonna do that. You know what I mean? But pretty fucking live. Hopefully it's not an epic quest, like I said, that's gated, because there are only 5 characters. And the reason why I say now would be a good time to do a free-to-play epic quest, like completely, just, you know, nothing locked behind crystals or none of that. Similar to how they did with the Doctor Strange epic quest, and we'll go check that out right here, right now. But when you go to these epic quests, right? Where the hell are they? First page. Duh. The only one that all the rest of these, right, come with the deluxe pack. That you know, they say the deluxe right here, right? So, you know, this deluxe right here, right? This one doesn't, well, it says quest pack, so that would be your deluxe. And that one actually had 2 of them, so it's a unique situation. Here you go again, your deluxe pack, and that's your deluxe pack character, right? In this case, Hope Summers. And that's where you get their bios once you farm them and all of this jazz, right? So we know how that goes. But for Doctor Strange, you see, you don't have that. Every single character in here is free to play. And the other thing is, you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 characters: Doc Strange, Wong, Baron Mordo, Caecilius, and Ancient One. There was one other character associated with this epic quest, and that was Clea. And then, of course, you had Hailstorm and Zatanna that were also affiliated with this thing. So there was that. And Yeah. You can get her bios there, and you can get Hailstorm's bios from over here, and then Clea was your shifter. So, but everything in there was completely free to play at the time, right? If they're trying to bring players back to the game, new players, returning players, all of this stuff, right? That would be the best thing to do. You know, I don't think that it's an epic quest that they can milk a lot from, honestly, anyway. So why the hell not? Every other epic quest with all of these deluxe pack characters, you know, involve, when you go as far as the unlock, 5 characters that you have to build to unlock a 6th character to build, right? So we had 5 plus Hailstorm, Zatanna, and Clea. That's 7. So technically, this epic quest has fewer characters, okay? As far as an unlock. Now, we don't know if they're gonna add any additional characters other than just those 5 to the epic quest. That remains to be seen also. But you see the numbers keep going up. You got 7 characters here, so that basically ties the Doctor Strange epic quest in terms of characters that you can unlock. And I don't think, because you can't farm Cable bios here, you can't farm Strife bios there. Well, Strife is the epic quest character. Colossus was your shifter, but I also think he was associated here. So and let's see, Domino and Phantom X, you unlock those in the epic quest, similar to Zatanna and them. You know, same thing here. Now we got 8 characters we're dealing with, so we're on the other side of that. And each one of these deluxe packs costs 6,600 crystals to start. This one in particular was 4,400 crystals for 1/2 of the epic quest, and then another 4,400 for the other half. You got these first 3 stages initially, I do believe, with Gilgamesh, and then the other part of the epic quest you had to unlock Space Race, and once you got them both, that gave you the opportunity to get Dance with Doom or Thena here. And they were meta at the time when they came out, but they've long since fallen off. So we'll see if they get any sort of update moving forward. Then we got the Madeline Pryor epic quest. So many characters associated with this thing, a whopping 8 characters. On top of that, if you didn't have Rachel Summers and you wanted to do the immediate unlock thing, they were selling her for crystals that cost an additional crystals because of the RNG of unlocking her. And I don't think you can farm her bios anywhere other than actually, we'll go look. The contribution chest reward and dimension missions. So you have a chance to get this chick as she's not on this list. I think she's on the other list. But it is so far and few between where you can get this girl's bios, man. It's ridiculous. Yeah, you can get them out of this contribution chest. So absolutely insane. This is taking forever to load. But yeah, there she is. Now, I'm still waiting on bios for Negasonic Teenage Warhead. Right? I have 2, still haven't gotten the other 3. And I've been playing the whole time pretty much. So, since she came out. So, you know, you had that dilemma of RNG that was associated with her. That forced a lot of players to just buy the character for crystals. So you had some players that spent upwards of 12,000 crystals on the Goblin Queen Epic Quest alone. Maybe not everybody, maybe not a lot of people. If you already had Rachel unlocked, you did not have this problem. But if you did, and you were interested in Madeline, you needed Hope, you needed Rachel, and additionally, if you're going to get Rachel and you want to use her in PvP, you need her uniform and I believe her artifact. So astronomical costs. You see a trend. You know what I mean? So I think it would behoove them. Hey, what's going on, bub? I think it would behoove them to, you know, think about how they want to proceed in terms of the cost associated with the Epic Quest. You know, if they want to make some money, do the events around it, and do the Epic Quest for free. I think that would be an amazing idea. This man want 100. He tripping. Let's get that. No, I don't need to do that. I need to do this right here. Let's sell that. I need fodder. But yeah, I mean, I do still got that question. It's like, which character? You know what I mean? Should I do the tier 4 boost on? I kind of feel like using one at least. You know what I mean? Maybe I wait now that the thing is dropped. You know what I mean? Because at least for the patch notes, so I'll know whether or not any of these guys will be worth the sizzle. You know what I mean? Is the steak on the grill flaming? Is it floundering? That's all I want to know, really. Oh, they changing up shit. Hold the phone. Yeah, you trying to convert? We don't want to convert. We want to check out, baby. Yeah, take them up. There we go. We got ourselves one. $600. What is taking up all of these slots? I still got 18 of them damn things. you don't even have any thing that's not all defense. That's actually pretty cool. I gotta get rid of all these damn low level ones. Yeah. So that's where a lot of my space was going. Where else? 0 cards to upgrade. I already took care of that. Got a 5-star just hanging out there chilling. Yeah, oh well. Gotta rock with it. Stark branded blueprints. Let's roll. Oh, love them jackpots. Keep coming with them. Couple 4 stars, another jackpot 5, another jackpot 5, another jackpot 5, 6, and a jackpot 5. Couple of jackpots back to back. Couple of 6s back to back. That ain't bad, Jackson. I could have swore that thing said I needed Stark branded blueprints. Oh, for the custom gear. Ah. Well, I know I need them for something else anyway. Let me do this. Okay, keep the jackpots rolling. Couple 5 stars. Ooh. That's nasty. 3 jackpots and a couple of 5 stars to boot and a 4-star. Yeah. Yeah, I'll take that all day long. Yeah, we good. We are good. $24 more to go with that quarter hustle I got. Almost 100 rerolls. Okay. 50. Oh, just 2 more times? Man, say. Combat human. Ah. Let's throw my boy Hulk in there. With Abomination support. And Red Hulk maybe? Yeah. See, I can use these two. I can use those two. And I'm not using a member of the Fantastic Four, so that works. And Hulk needs them, definitely. Okay, I feel pretty good about this. Yeah, we'll save it. All right. This music is epic. All right, let's go. Oh, what was that? Hold on. Let's get out the way of your minions. Get him, Widow. Sun's getting pretty low. Yeah. Hit him with that one. All right, that's the one. So the two will be, of course, my guy, Venom. Oh, Venom's a weapon master? Enough said. Yeah, I can rock with that. I can definitely rock with that. Yeah, and if Hulk was able to dismantle like that, this is definitely not going to be a problem for Venom. Oh, trying to get me caught up. Whoa. Okay. I was trying to end him before that. All right, let's go. And right back on half. Oh. Got caught up in the nonsense. And let's end this thing. And unlock 50. Baby. Yeah, let's take it up a notch. On the natural unlock. Okay, so first clear reward. It's a 5-star gore artifact. So actually I need to look and see what that does. And if it's worth it. Because gore is still pretty decent for PvP. Even though he's slid down the meta a lot, but you will see him on like some strong AC teams, shit like that. My gore is pitiful. Yeah. That's a 5-star reroll. I mean, quite honestly. Characters with the strong tag, yeah. Yeah, that list is kind of skimpy. We'll see what my guy can do. Even though he's built for PvP with a CTP of concentration, I'm assuming you would cancel that and proc on 5. Yeah. Yeah, let's switch because I don't trust it. Yeah. Got in kind of early on. Well, no, kind of late actually. Oh, nasty. Okay, I think I'm kind of figuring out his PvE rotation. I've never played him like this before. He's pretty fun, actually. Yeah, let me heal up before I smack you right quick and end this thing. Yeah, good old 5-star artifact for Gore. Oh, and an Odin? Okay, RNG. I mean, the first clear reward were guaranteed, but to throw with that a decent amount of life seed and, you know, a smattering of well, some extra carbo really. Yeah, and a book. Like, yeah, that wasn't bad. That was not bad at all. I am not mad at that. Now, I don't think I have anybody else. Maybe they can push this high up. Yeah, I don't think he's strong enough to do it. Yeah. Let's see how this works. It should work pretty good. What's going on, Noob? Yes, I did. We just checked it out not too long ago earlier. Gotta say, ooh, didn't think they would do it, honestly. In this day and age, you're talking like 5 brand new characters, but an epic quest is the perfect time to do something like that. You know what I mean? So, now as far as my thoughts are concerned, you know, I would lean towards making it the Doctor Strange route and not doing a Crystal Wall character. The reason being, you're trying to drive players to the game, not away from it. And just adding in another barrier after coming off of a couple of epic quests that costs so much. Now, if they, as far as the monetization, they can still monetize around the update, and players will still spend to build these characters, to build day one, this and that. But the players that are going to spend are going to be those that want to. So, trying to squeeze an extra 6K crystals out of players, at this point, you know, coming off of Madeline and coming off of, you know, the Guardian, not the Guardians, the Eternals, epic quest with all of those extra associated costs. You know, the other game mode that they dropped with Franklin, and having to go back and fix that. I think the best thing to do to kind of preempt any sort of shenanigans is just make it completely free to play. Black Friday is coming, so you want to drive players to your product. And what better than to slap a free label on content, and then, you know, because it's not like you're getting any uniforms or anything like that. I mean, and this would be the perfect year to do it. Still in the 10-year anniversary, working towards year 11 of the game. So, you know, in the spirit, in that vein, makes perfect sense. At least to me, it does. I mean, you want as many eyes on your game, on your content. As possible. You know what I mean? That's what you want. And you see all this buzz that they have around the whole theme of the Epic Quest, the Olympians, right? So why not double down on it? I mean, it only makes sense. Yeah, we're gonna drive him there before. Yeah, get the switch. All right. Catch you on the next go round, bruh. Close, but no cigar. Oh, a magic? Nice. Okay, I ain't mad. I ain't mad at that at all. Honestly. Been nice if it had been a CTP. Ain't gonna lie. But yeah. I can definitely dig that. Let me not go wild with the boost points. As a matter of fact, let me go do some other world before we jump back in the giant boss raid. And we can continue to chop it up about the sneak peek. Let me go check on the news. Oh, wow. El Crash Show. Okay. Yeah. Okay, let's get that going. That is my music. Okay, so we have ourselves the Monday, November 3rd is the live stream, so the patch notes will be coming out later that night, early into the morning, more than likely. And then the following day, on the 4th, we will get the update. So we'll have something to talk about in the game. Finally, after all of these weeks. So yeah, make sure y'all tune in. We will definitely be here on that day, at that time, ready to go. Hopefully. So, you know, barring getting held up at work or anything like that, because I do work Monday through Friday. I do got a 9 to 5. So, actually, it's a little bit more, but yeah. So we got the update celebration live stream. Make sure you don't miss out. They will have in-game rewards. Hopefully they come with something new. Whoa. So it looks like they got some more stuff. Live stream will be revealing coupon code at the end of the live stream. Okay, that's normal. The coupon code will be revealed both on YouTube and Facebook. Yeah. Coupon registration procedure. Okay, yeah, this is all pretty standard run-of-the-mill stuff. So, yeah. You know, yeah, that's the other thing too. Maybe they associate Aries with this thing. But yeah, there definitely should all be alien, judging by my guy Aries here, who should also be associated with them. Hopefully he's associated with the Epic Quest as well. He's already tagged Alien. He also has the Dark Avengers tag. Maybe he gets a uniform as well that's not been revealed yet. Which would be absolutely a banger, and would make the 6th character. So there could be another. So yeah, absolutely dope stuff. Yeah, man. Hopefully we get some shake up to the let's get back into some other world and finish these fights. Hopefully we get some shake up to the meta a little bit, you know, and get some characters in there that can check a few of these guys. Not all, but you know, one or so here or there that can check this guy and check that guy. But then have those built-in existing meta characters that can still, you know, do the thing. Like there's always room for growth. So we got our 80 boost points. So let's go ahead and come back in here. We will bring Lightning Storm this time. Let's see who jumps in. You can finally have the Asgardians and the Olympians in the game. That's another, angle. Even though I don't think any of the Asgardians are built for PvP specifically. So maybe they could do something with all of the Olympians being built for that. Now, the thing is, I don't know how the community will respond to something like that. So we'll go ahead and crank this thing up because it don't look like nobody's showing up. Okay. Got ourselves a mouse. With the double support and a pretty well built Gwenpool team there. Oh, wow. It was almost enough to one-shot him. This dude here hitting. So that was the Gwenpool. Oh no, it was the mouse. Okay. Okay. Okay, we got one more we need to run. Yeah? That's what we doing? Got 3 different support setups. They're running something similar with Ghost Panther. I went completely the other way. Ooh. Yeah, somebody crashed out due to the damage. Oh wow, I did not mean to switch. And if that was the case, I should have just sacked her. Yeah. I still had a whole second to wait for my skills to come off cooldown from the switch. Actually nuts. And let's go ahead and get Alliance battle done. I must admit, much better game mode with the music on. All right, get in there then. Listen to that snare up in there. I'm liking that, had that fella in there like that. Yeah. I switched it up to the techno pop. So video gamey. I love it. Last villain, huh? Yeah, he's still tops for that slot, isn't he? No, I suppose Strange. Yeah. Yeah, I'm already getting damage to boss types though from, yeah. Yeah, so. Okay. Hold up. Wait a minute. I know a lot of people like to cancel the tier 3. I don't. Simply for the hits. But then also when you think about it, because he has such a long delay on his 5th skill anyway, it kind of winds up working itself out with the delay on the windup for the tier 3 on that particular rotation if you time it right. So, see, it's 11 seconds. I'm already down to like 8 before I have to go there. Then I start out with the 2 and the 3, or the 1 and the 2, or whatever the case may be. Say that tier 3 for your ass. Almost 12-5. So not mad at that score at all. Luna Day. Every day is Luna Day. And that also creates boredom. All right. Nice. Oh, the minions took me away from him. But the timing was actually really good. Because he still got hit by the AoE. But I was able to avoid getting hit. So yeah, pretty damn good. Couldn't avoid it there. Thought you had yourself something, didn't you? Ooh. I hadn't have took that last hit, I probably would have got 7 million. Should have went behind him. I wasn't paying attention. Well, I was paying attention. I was looking more so at the clock. But 6.9, very respectable. Okay, good old 28 day. Well, not 28 day, but a bonus mission for the energy joint. Let's go ahead and crank up the riff. Get that out the way also. Since we actually got to live farm this thing. And we can see if anybody else chimed in about the sneak peek. Oh, wait, okay, we got a few more comments over here. Yeah, see? Now, when the heavy hitters, you know, the voices that carry far more weight, such as you know, Alex or Commander, any of these sort of guys, first thing Commander says here, and my guy Al must be asleep, because normally he's one of the first to comment on stuff like this, but I mean, you've been waiting for, you know, days on days for any sort of sneak peek, and so yeah, I get it. But my guy Commander chimes in here. Long wait for an epic quest. But the theme looks epic. Hope the Olympian gods are actually as powerful as their lore suggests and don't disappoint. So, yeah. I cannot disagree with any of that statement at all. You know, can't disagree with none of that. Let's see, my guy, what was this? Estencia writes, I hope to see Gore and Jane Foster in the mid-month. Yeah, we went over that one earlier. Who are these Kratos likes? Yeah. Let me go vet this, because a celestial Pasian. writes, well, I have an excuse to start playing again. That is such a strong statement, bro. And you know, this is where a lot of the community is. And this is also why I say, like, making it free to play and then monetizing the game in other ways. Because you're still going to sell your tier 4 packs and your CTPs and your premium cards and all of this other shit, right? But the point is, you want as many eyes on your game rolling into Black Friday. So you really want to make this thing a banger, you know? Make it something that takes maybe, you know, even, you know, 2 or 3 weeks to do, right? Like literally. But, or, and this is the even better idea, make it good, but then also have it where there's replay value in it that doesn't just feel like a contrivance that you have to do all the time. You know what I mean? So I think doing that would go a long way. But give me 1 second. I'm gonna go grab a drink and I will be right back because your boy's getting parched. Just slightly parched. So give me 1 second and I will be right back. All right, we are back. Sorry about that. Is that who that is? Chaos King? Okay, so yeah, I was reading what my guy was saying over there on X. Let's get back over here. Yeah, I was reading what my guy over here was saying about this on X. If this is an epic quest, then the Chaos King should be native tier 4 in the update, either as part of the epic quest or as a world boss. Now that I kind of disagree with. He doesn't need to be a world boss. He'd be better as a giant boss raid. We need a new GBR. We need a new piece of that content. And then that's somebody else that a lot of folks wouldn't think about as far as a new GBR. Yeah, I love the idea of you know, the Chaos King coming to the game as a playable character and all. I just don't think we need another world boss. I mean, literally, you know what I mean? You could argue the replay value of world boss content versus giant boss raid per se if you want to, but I think it's long overdue that that we get something for that. So, you know, Chaos King would be a perfect avenue. I think it would be out of left field. It would be different. You know, it would drive the community of the game, both in terms of, you know, interaction because of giant boss raid content as opposed to a standalone world boss sort of situation. Yeah, I mean, you'll have enough of that dealing with the Epic Quest. Why double down with world boss? And I think it would buy them time for the zombie survival multiplayer content and any changes that they plan on making to AC or ABX or any of the other existing game modes. Man, I almost want to change the whole title, the thumbnail, and everything. But we're definitely gonna be doing a live tomorrow, so we can get it in and talk about this, or definitely over the weekend, because I don't have to work this weekend. So I'll definitely be getting it in then. Where we can really sit down and brainstorm and talk about, you know, implications, what this means for the game. Should have known Medusa getting the uniform out the blue was literally a hint. Yeah, but, you know, Medusa Inhuman versus, you know, Olympian Medusa is kind of different, but I don't know how the treatment of Marvel is to a T or in those interactions if those characters ever cross paths in the comics or in broader media. I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot of history. It's a lot of lore. You know, opportunities for a lot of one-off interactions over the years, or otherwise limited interactions over the years between a lot of these characters. So yeah. And then some not so small. But such is the way of comics, right? What are we, 15 in? Yeah, we'll probably make it to about 24, 23 maybe, before it calls it quits. So we probably got about another 8 more, maybe 9 runs at the most. You know what else is kind of the hint, though? The revamp to all of the epic music and all of this stuff that they've done over the recent months. I don't know. Maybe that's a stretch. Maybe that's a stretch. Say maybe the devs were building little subtle sneak peeks into the game all along and we never knew. Now that would be a stretch. Now, I'll try to get to some of PvP stuff. Can't promise I'm gonna get to all of it because I do have a lot to do. And I'm not gonna be on all night. We've been on for the last 2.5 hours so far, so Yeah, so Chaos King native tier 4. Yada yada yada. Let's see, Miles Morales writes, looks like a bunch of combat and speed types incoming from got a bunch of Agatha all along too. Hercules and random cars. I knew it was gonna be the Olympians and not the Supremes. And that's everyone talking about. Hey, I mean, it's, you know, it is what it is. There's no guarantee that we won't get that update for the Supremes later on. You know what I mean? The Supremes, like the singing group, Squadron Supreme. Took them 20 years to add them, but keep adding more Marvel Zombie skins. Yeah, I mean, yeah, at this point they can kind of raise up off the zombie stuff for a little bit. And if they want to bring some stuff back later, that's fine. But I think for now, you know, because after a while it gets kind of played. You know what I mean? So if you want to keep it fresh, I would every few months, you know, maybe a mid-month there's a zombie, maybe you know, something like that. You don't have to really worry about the Halloween themed zombie or maybe even a Christmas zombie. Like, you're really not gonna have to worry about that too much because they don't match for any other season. So you're really not gonna have to worry about any seasonals throughout the year, but maybe here and there, maybe even a full update if they don't have anything to do. You know, would I go back to zombies after the main update or after the mid-month for this? Probably not. I would probably lean into another direction for a little while. Disney Plus did release a little bit about X-Men 97 season 2. So we do know that I think that's coming summer 2026. So, you know, long time between now and then, of course. But yeah. We know at least that's coming down the pipes if the game, you know, is around, survives, thrives, all of that jazz. So Otherworld Battle, we only did one fight. Thought I did more than that. Certainly felt like more than that. Definitely need to pick up for the feathers. All right. Okay, there we go. Good to rock and roll. Need to definitely go pick up our 2 million. All right, let's ride over to the Alliance right quick so we can pick up. Yeah, they really need to update that as well. We'll wait till our boost points fill before we do anything with that. Oh man, one mission. Oh. All right. I need to pick up a bunch of this energy anyway. And let's go ahead and pick up this last, because we definitely need the materials. No luck still. They really need to fix the RNG on that. And my guy was awakened. He does have some support value. Yeah, I'm definitely hurting for bios. Or yeah, I definitely gotta farm Shadowland more. Yeah, we're gonna chill right here. We won't even do the bios. Yeah, we'll start working on my guy leader. I suppose Sunspot as well. I think he offers some support. I don't think it's as much though. Yeah. They're funny. They dropped him without an artifact. That is actually wild. Does Leader have one? No, he doesn't. Interesting. Oh, wait. Yeah, I was gonna say it didn't make much sense. I thought they've been doing that with all the new characters that come out. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Nothing in the way of support value there. Yo, that is exactly what I needed. Yo, come on then. Do the rest. Hey, do the rest of them like that. Shit. Hey, we ran out of materials, but I am cool with that. Yeah, I need a few more of those. So we can go ahead and get my guy Mephisto tier 4 out of the way. We'll build him for PvE and let him go in there and just wreck absolute shop. In the meantime, in between time, what's going over here to zombie survival? I think. Oh, the challenges haven't reset yet. Okay. Okay, what timeline it is? Oh no, that's Team Battle Arena. No. Oh wow, hang on a sec. Okay. So, no Sentry this week. Hey, you notice how they're mixing the requirements up a little? When's the last time you seen Sentry banned? Now the question is, they didn't. So probably gonna be one of the number one teams this week. Same here. And Null is just gonna cut the competition down to size. This Dash, what do you do? So my question is, what do y'all think of the sneak peek? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Do you wish it was something different? Do you, you know? I mean, by and large, from what I've seen around the community, it's been some pretty positive feedback. Oh wow, dude wrote a whole article on this shit, and then this dude posted about 55 screenshots about all of the Olympians. That's actually dope. So that's Pluto. Okay, so my guy put a whole comic strip up here. This actually pretty dope. I wish I had another screen available where I can show you out a zoomed in version of this. I think if I blow it up artificially, it's not gonna look as good for you guys. Yeah, that's blurry. It's blurry as fuck. Let me see. Have another window. I do have another window over here. Okay, so let's plug this one in there. Hold up. Yeah, we'll plug that one in there. And we'll do that. Okay. Filters. Crop pad. That's the problem right there. Let's see here. Oh no. Got the wrong damn window anyway. Crop pad set to 0. So now I can at least tell what I'm looking at. Not that one, not that one. Yeah, just that. Let's see, well, take something off the top. That works. Okay, so we'll try to work with this. Okay, so Here we go. We got the Olympians, a race of gods, powerful human-like entities who possess godlike powers and were worshipped by the ancient Greeks and Romans from about 2000 BC to 500 AD. The precise origins, their precise origin, like that of all races of Earth gods, are lost in legend. There are numerous Olympian gods, but 12 of them comprise the Olympian pantheon, the ruling court of the gods, yada yada yada. Okay, so we got Zeus, king of the gods, first to journey into mystery. Oh, first appearance, journey into mystery. Okay, so that's the first appearances down there. We got Hera over here as well. Her first appearance was in a Thor comic, as is a lot of these cats, or some Tales to Astonish, or Journey into Mystery, which Thor had a lot of crossovers into as well. Pluto, well, I think these three here all appeared in the sneak peek. And then you have Athena over here. And then of course, Hercules down here at the bottom. So actually really dope stuff. Absolutely loving it. And you can tell that's some old school throwback. But you got a few other cats in there too. You got Hephaestus, you have Hermes, Apollo. Oh yeah. Let me pull this back up. But you also have Ares right here as well. So as you guys know, we already have Ares in the game, so very much possible for this guy to appear or get some sort of uniform along with this epic quest, and possibly a tier 4. So now his kit primarily leans toward PvP with the auto healing and all of that stuff, but he never really was viable there for a couple of reasons. So it remains to be seen what they'll be able to do with him, and or if they touch him at all. Maybe some of these cats come with their throwback look and then they give them a uniform similar to how they did with the Eternals, and they just drop with a uniform. So, you know, like I said, there's a couple of different things that they could do. I really should have pulled the sneak peek back up. But yeah. So yeah, I was kind of lost with that one. I figured it was either gonna be Hera, Athena, or Artemis. As far as the females went, maybe Venus, maybe Vesta, or Hippolyta perhaps, but you know, Athena and all of that kind of made the most sense. So but for any of you guys wondering, and I have to get the game out of the way for this, but this guy right here, any of you guys wondering who this guy is, that is Pluto, also known as Hades, Lord of the Dead. So here you have it. Actually, here you have it right here. And there he is right there. So yeah, if any of you guys wondering, that's exactly who that is. So yeah, because that one kind of lost me there. Not gonna lie. So let's go ahead and get the rest of these otherworld battles out of the way so I can be done with them. And then I'll do the rest of it offline, all of this jazz. But yeah, I mean, what do y'all think, man? I do like when we get themed stuff. So while I'm not the biggest fan of this particular theme, Dionysus, while I'm not a fan of this particular theme, all that well, I do appreciate it. So and it's a nice change of pace, and it's an avenue for them to introduce like a whole array of characters. You know what I mean? They could bring Hephaestus in, they could bring Hermes in. You know, they could bring Venus, Vesta, or Hippolyta if they wanted to add another female character or two. You know, they could also bring Artemis. So a lot of avenues there. They could bring in Neptune, they could bring in Apollo. So it's a lot of avenues for them to expand the character roster in a way that we really didn't see. So yeah. Yeah, they got a lot of different directions they can go moving forward. And quite honestly, they needed some fresh blood. Honestly, they needed some fresh blood to go along with, they could sprinkle in, a mid-month of this, and then do maybe another offset main update, and then sprinkle in some more zombies here or there. Maybe hit us with a Hellfire Gala Part 3, or something. That way the mutants get another update before X-Men 97 this summer. So but I'm also hyped to hear about any changes that are gonna be coming, as far as ABX, ABL is concerned, and that sort of thing. That's also why I've been trying to beef up my PvE roster, especially as far as like a bunch of my DPS villains. I do need a few heroes in there though. Definitely need a combat DPS. Other than Hulk, I mean, he's nice, don't get me wrong. But I would love to have somebody like Kingpin in there, or Venom does a good enough job holding down the hero side. Maybe I go back and put a rage on him. Maybe that helps. Not really sure, but I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here. It's been a pleasure hanging out with y'all once again. Y'all make sure y'all hit that thumbs up. Make sure y'all hit that notification bell. Subscribed if you hadn't already, and yeah, make sure y'all sound off in the comments, as it does help the channel. I'm getting my ass whooped here. Man, I done.
That's like calling 1-800 collect an ass whooping. And no, that ain't no toll-free call, partner.
We'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.
strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away. As you fade away.
Yeah, I'm about to fade away, cause every time I wake up I feel like it's Monday. Something's going wrong with all the chemicals up in my brain. All of a sudden I don't look at anything the same way. Gotta build up of my thoughts sitting in an ashtray. I'm sorry that I'm so inconvenient, okay. Just let me be me and I'll stay out of your way. I can see the way you look at me, I'm such a disgrace. I never really asked to be brought into this place.